FSF PopCast live show. Well, hello there, kids and cadets. PopCast. Kathleen will be in just a second because I thought I sent a link. I didn't send a link, and there was much drama around that. As you can see, Tim needs to send Kathleen a link. Crusher Convo was early, and yes, it was all Tim's fault. And here comes Kathleen to blame me.
Hello there! It's yes, totally your fault. Hi, how is everybody?
Hi. Oh, we're dandy up in here.
One of those nights.
Yeah. Between Nolan getting home, my son got home right before we went on live, and then my AirPods that I wear every week, for whatever reason, didn't want to hook up to my MacBook tonight for some reason, and then I had to run quick, go get a different pair of AirPods.
Fancy.
Yeah. And I see Kitty. Yes.
Yeah, it's Mr. Nerny.
That'd be Nern. That'd be the Nernster. So
you have such a fancy name. Call you Nern.
Yeah. Well, you gotta have the fun ones too. So
he's just a baby.
So hopefully we've got a fun show on Stack for you guys here. We did this a few weeks back, and I think we all had a lot of fun with having everybody join in on the show, and we had questions coming in from the audience, and it was just a lot of fun. So tonight is definitely an Ask Me Anything show. But before we get to the Ask Me Anything portion of the show, we got a couple things that we do want to talk about. Even though this is an Ask Me Anything, it is also a happy hour. So tonight I am drinking Blake's Inspired Spirits. This is called their Triple Jam Vodka. It has strawberry, blackberry, and raspberry. And with that,
really?
Yep. Yeah. So I'm not a big hard cider fan, but they have Blake's is a Michigan company, and they have this in I'll take this off the screen real quick so you can see this. But yeah, Blake's Triple Jam Vodka.
Yum. I did not bring my bottle in with me. I should have.
Yeah. But yeah, this is definitely a Michigan product. And for my snack, I'm having Better Made tortilla chips.
Ooh. I have
Better Made is a Detroit company.
Last of my blueberry cider from a
nice
happy little winery orchard in Gladwin, I believe. John got it for me.
Excellent.
And then
Crystal says I got my water shaken, not stirred.
I'm trying to do the water thing. I have the water. Uh-oh. I don't have the water. Anyway, I thought I had water.
She has water-ish.
Well, no, it's supposed to have water in it. It's just empty, which means I drank it. So, yay me.
John says, I have questions. First of all, how dare you? Also, who do you think you are? I'm assuming he's talking to you. So.
No, I'm pretty sure he's talking to you.
Yeah, probably. It could go. Actually, that one could swing either way.
Right, you never...
So you may have noticed a few things up on the screen tonight. We want to welcome everyone to the Level Up Saver Studios. Level Up Savers and Alan White, Master Alan, have been really big supporters of our show since we got started, and they do a lot with us, and they help us out a lot. And I can't say enough good things about Master Alan. And we're going to get into more of that in just a moment here.
Hello, everybody.
John is totally talking to Tim. Yeah.
My child just brought me a glass of water and set it on the shelf back there.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Anna.
Uh-oh. About you being out of water. That's very cute.
Very sweet.
Yes, I was talking.
However, John, if you would like to come here and get my water and refill it for me, that would be amazeballs. Since I am trapped under the weight of massive floof.
Yeah, she has a Nern on her lap. How dare she?
In my hand. Moving. He's on my hand.
Well, you obviously you're welded to the chair.
It's there for the belly rubs.
All right, before we get too much farther, I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to our viewers and, of course, our show sponsors, because our show is only made possible by the support of our show partners and, of course, you guys, our viewers. So we want to say thank you to Bones Coffee Company. Use the code FSF PopCast at bonescoffee.com, and you'll get 10% off your order. At Idea Farm, formerly known as TCTs, the artist formerly known as TCTs. Go there, buy some really cool nerdy merch, use the code FSF15, and of course, get 15% off your order. And there's a link down below in the notes. For Level Up Sabers, which, by the way, if you're looking for a saber right now, Master Allen, this is what I was referring to about with Master Allen. They are running a $99 mystery box special. You could sabers, you could get one of the top tier sabers. That's why it's a mystery box. But they all come with different sound fonts. They all come ready to go, and they are wonderful quality. So click the link down in the show notes down below. If you use that link, it benefits us, helps, and we get a kickback. Of course, we are an affiliate sponsor of Level Up Sabers, so it's a big help to us when you guys use our link and go there. And yes,
it's much heavier now.
Yes, you can ask anything, but we'll go through that in just a moment. I'll come back to your question, Jesse, I promise. If you haven't seen it already, top left-hand corner, follow us on Blue Sky, Threads, and Instagram, all as at FSF PopCast. That one's the easy one. And before we get into, this is one of the last couple things. So every year we work with Trek Against Pancreatic Cancer. This is run by Kitty Swink and Armin Shimmerman, Jonathan Frakes, John Billingsley, and Juan Carlos Cotto. All these people have either had people that they have lost because of pancreatic cancer. Kitty Swink is a pancreatic cancer survivor, and of course, her husband is Armin Shimmerman. So it's a really cool thing, and our donations this year mean more than ever because, as you can see on the screen there, the only federal program exclusively dedicated to pancreatic cancer research will now receive $0 in funding. So they need all the help we can get them. And you have to keep in mind, Pancreatic Cancer Action Network is rated as an A+ charity through CharityWatch.org. They use a minimum of 80% of all donations to go towards programs and research and all these different things to help people who are in the middle of the fight of their life. So please, even if you can only give $5, please consider scanning the QR code in the top right corner of our screen while we're talking. $5, $10, whatever you can give, it all adds up. And frankly, I would be appreciative. I know Kathleen would be appreciative. And all those fine smiling faces that you see there under the Trek Against Pancreatic Cancer picture are going to appreciate it as well.
Hey, look, it worked.
There you go. Yeah. I did test it. I didn't throw it up there just in case. I'm
just proving it to people right now. It worked. There it is.
Exactly. So yeah, our goal as a podcast is we would like to raise $1,000 for them. And the great thing is that they have a donation going right now where what if you donate $5, they have somebody who has matching donations as well. So your $5 donation now becomes a $10 donation. Your $20 donation becomes a $40, so on, so on. So it's a really nice thing that's happening and a great way to get funding to a program that is helping people, like I said, in the fight of their lives. And if you are a Trek fan, well, this is a big deal because not only is this being headed up by some of the biggest names in Trek, but this is also basically what Trek would want. This is part of the Roddenberry vision, is to help somebody else because you can. And yeah, we lost the amazing Manny Cotto, Juan Carlos's brother, who did season 4 of Enterprise, to pancreatic cancer. Yeah, it's incredible. And also, I know that Armin and Kitty will be coming up on Crusher Convo here shortly. So pay attention to Jessie at Crusher Convo if you haven't already. But she has a conversation with them, and they're wonderful people. Armin and Kitty are some of my favorites that we've ever had on this show. So
they're pretty fantastic.
Yeah. So again, please consider donating. Everything, and I do mean every little bit, helps massively. Into other and funner news, because this is such a cool piece of artwork that they put out for the 20th anniversary of Star Wars.
Children slaying it.
Revenge.
So much fun.
You gotta have, if you're gonna kill younglings, you gotta do it to a soundtrack and sick artwork. And
right?
So far we've got that nailed. Jesse says, I chat with them on Wednesday. I'll drop the episode on Friday as a bonus after my live.
Ooh.
So yeah, that'll be a fun one to look out for. Armin and Kitty are just wonderful people. And of course, we enjoyed Jonathan Frakes when he was on the show, and we enjoyed Juan Carlos Cotto when he was on the show. And of course, then there's John Billingsley, who no one ever is really sure if the man is wearing pants, but that's just
pants are stupid.
Pants are optional. That's how John lives his life. He lives in a pants optional world.
I get it.
I'm okay with that.
The pants optional and camera from the waist up.
Tickets. So the reason I brought this up is that you're going to want to check and do a Google search in your local area, see what cinemas are playing Revenge of the Sith. Not every cinema is, but you may have the opportunity to watch Revenge of the Sith again in the theater. If you missed it the first time, one of my favorite Star Wars cinema experiences. Mm-hmm. I love this movie, and it was so cool to watch it on the big screen. So pants, yes, with Batman undies. Do not forget. Exactly.
Oh, right.
Must have the Batman undies. Okay. So we are in that time of the show where, hey, let's answer some questions. We've got a bunch of questions flying into the thingamajig here. So the only real requirement on this is if it's a political question or something like that, I'm going to skip it. There's enough places where people can go argue political commentary and all those different things that we don't want to do that here. But if you have a fun question about just about anything else, even a serious question, we'll answer those. Okay. So this is officially the start of the Am I Early? Ask me anything. I was reading the screen.
Wow.
That was because that's technically the first question that was on the screen. Am I early? Nah, not really. Not really. You weren't early at all. Okay, so let's go down through these. We already have John's question. I didn't like that question. So all right, here we go. Just because it was John. All right, so ask anything. Yes, because I am curious how excited or if any worry about the new Andor. Do you want to answer that first, Kathleen, or
okay, so I'm not super excited about the new season of Andor. I still haven't even watched the first one yet. I was going to, and then I haven't because I got distracted by other things. But I am excited.
Like 12 surgeries.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. But I am excited about more Star Wars. I mean, it's Star Wars, and I feel like there's so much ground still to be covered in the in-betweens that I am excited about there being more lore and more information and more fun. And I'm excited that John has something he's looking forward to, and Tim has something he's looking forward to. So,
yeah.
I'm not personally excited for it, but I'm excited for my friends to be excited for it.
Okay, that's fair. I am extremely excited and a little bit nervous about season 2. And here's why I'm excited, because like Kathleen said, more Star Wars. I'm always happy for more Star Wars, and if I have the opportunity to watch more Star Wars, that makes it a really good day, and I'm happy about that. The worry comes in just because season 1 was so good, Rogue One is so good. Now I'm worried because this is the last season of Andor. They've already said that they're not doing a third season. They're wrapping up everything to lead into Rogue One from season 2. I know they handled the dismount from Rogue One into New Hope so well, but I'm really nervous how they're going to marry up season 2 of Andor into Rogue One. Just because the problem is that Tony Gilroy, the writer for Star Wars Rogue One, the showrunner, right? But he's the writer for Andor. We've had other writers for Rogue One. All these writers have done such. Gary Whitta, by the way, who was one of the other writers, former guest, name drop. Anyway, have done such a wonderful job at getting this show to where it is and getting the movie to where it is. I'm just nervous because they have set the bar so high. I mean, it's right at the top of all my Star Wars stuff. Rogue One is, and Andor is one of my favorite series because it's so not Star Wars. I mean, it's obviously it's Star Wars, but there's no Jedi in it. There's no lightsabers. It's just really amazing storytelling. I think we're going to get a change to that in season 2. I think we'll see some Jedi and some lightsabers and some more typical Star Warsy stuff. But yeah, So
I still want more Vader, but that's just me.
I'm still hoping that at some point we get a Vader series with him and the 501st going out and putting the smackdown on the Jedi. It needs to happen with the Inquisitors and everything else. It's just, there's so much there that can be done with that. Let's see. John's in not on camera tonight, Janice, but we'll ask him anyway. Maybe he can respond in the comments. I don't know if he has or not. I haven't gotten that far down into the comments, but what is John's favorite color? Or maybe Kathleen knows.
His favorite color is blue.
There we go. Janice.
He will tell me that his favorite color is the same blue as the color of my eyes, but I'm pretty sure that's just when he wants something.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Should Montana Jordan have a meet and greet in California?
Yes.
Yeah. I think it's always great if it's on that particular star's bandwidth, if it's something they're able to handle. Like, I don't know that's like, I think about like Pedro Pascal. I don't know that that's something he could handle. Just because he has so much anxiety, and you can watch him during interviews or when he's on panels, he has to reach out and hold somebody's arm and things to just keep himself grounded. So I don't know that he could do a meet and greet where it's constantly a new person. So, but if that's inside of his bandwidth, if that's something Montana Jordan can do, I think absolutely. Let's see. Janice also asks, should Montana Jordan write his own book?
Yes.
Why?
Because why not? Books are fun.
Okay. I'm good with that. There you go, Janice. That's the answer. Kathleen says they're fun. So therefore they are fun. And again, if you're just getting here, welcome to the Level Up Saver Studios. But please scan the QR code in the top right corner. Please donate to Trek Against Pancreatic Cancer and help us fund that research. Yeah. John asks, should we take our 6.5-year-old to see Revenge of the Sith? Yes.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I mean, there's a couple scenes where you might want to shield her eyes, but
she sat through Phantom Menace really well, though. So I mean,
yeah, Phantom Menace didn't have Count Dooku getting beheaded, though.
No, but it had Darth Maul getting sliced in half, and
yeah, I think beheaded's different, though.
Qui-Gon getting stabbed.
Okay. All right. Hey. Okay, so there we go. Let's see. Oh, there. Hey, Kathleen, here you go. My favorite color is the blue of Kathleen's eyes. John, you old smoothie. What do you want? What are you gunning for, boy? Well, he thought there was opportunity for him to get some more technology out there, so he's like, "Oh, I kiss up now." Let's see. Forward into the black. Hello there. Saw you on TikTok. Well, welcome from TikTok.
Hello.
Yay! Hey, we're glad to have you. Yeah. Let's see. Did you see they finally announced officially the Respawn Star Wars game, Zero Company? If so, how do you feel about it? I did not see that actually. I am a huge fan of Star Wars in all shapes, forms, and sizes, including video games. I love playing Star Wars video games. So I will say that I'm excited about it. I haven't heard anything about it. I haven't read anything about it. But if it's anything like the Jedi games that we got recently, then I'm all for it. Who do you want to see in the upcoming Avengers films that haven't been announced so far?
Deadpool!
I don't think they're going to put Deadpool in it, honestly.
There should just always be more Deadpool.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not against that. Obviously, it's Deadpool, and Deadpool's always a good time.
We don't have Stan Lee for cameos anymore. Just randomly throw Deadpool into it.
Well, there's your reason right there.
Since he's the only one that knows that Stan Lee is dead.
This is also true. Let's see. Who do I want to... I would like... I mean, I don't think they've said anything about Moon Knight. I wouldn't mind seeing more Moon Knight. And then also possibility of Blade. I would like to see him come in now that we haven't. There's been an announcement with an actual image from Marvel with, and I'm not going to get this dude's name right, but Marshala Ali, I think is how you pronounce his name. It's the first name that gets me. The Ali part I understand, but this is the second. It's the first name. Let's see. Tim, my daughter wants to know if you think cats are cute. I think cats are adorable, Anna. Yeah, I'm a big fan of cats. So I'm a big fan of dogs too. My kitty is, I thought I heard him clippity clopping right past me. Okay, maybe not. I was gonna say I was gonna pick him up, put him on camera, but I don't see him.
Oh my goodness. So,
let's see.
So if you could just take the question down for 1 second, Tim. Does anybody see the ridiculousness that is over here?
Hold on, let me put them up to. Oh, jeez. Nern is just all up.
He had been flopped the other way. Well, then he decided he needed to flop this way, and then he's just turned himself into a pretzel.
Well, you were scratching over here. Now you need scratched
right,
over here.
Now so. Scratch over. Oh yeah. It's Tim telling the truth over there. The only struggle with the scratching that is happening currently is the tufts of hair coming off of him.
That's fair. That happens.
I hate shedding season.
Let's see. Okay, back to this is like the Newlywed Game.
Only weirder and
more
unhinged. What?
Exactly. Let's see. Who is your favorite was? She's 6.5 years old and she's sitting out in your living room.
Yeah, everybody's favorite.
She's adorable.
She really is.
I mean, I love the fact that not only is she adorable, but then when she decides to be cantankerous, you get a dose of what it's like to deal with you. So I really do enjoy that, especially.
She is John. So my darling little child over the weekend, actually last night, we were watching a game show, and it was all questions about holistic spiritistic practices. And I knew the answer to a couple of them. And she looked me dead in the eyes and did the, "Mom, why do you know that?" I'm like,
because I can.
Because I went to public
school? My kid was 5 when she saw Jaws, didn't flinch when Alex died, but cried when the dog... Fair. That's legit. When the dog disappeared? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I get that.
Absolutely fair.
John has to check the Does the Dog Die website before we watch any movie together.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. If I know there's a dog in the movie, yeah, absolutely. For sure. Again, welcome to Forward into Black. It's always nice having new people join us.
Yeah.
New names. All right. Honor has another question. Tim, what is your favorite color? I think I was told that I was not allowed to pick black as my favorite color. But I like black because it goes with everything. Really. But when I'm not allowed to choose black, I'll choose blue, but not the color of Kathleen's eyes.
Is it like dark navy blue that's almost black?
Yes, actually. Is Ernie the cutest kitty ever? No. 7's sleeping somewhere around here, so I have to pick. I have to pick my own.
I don't know. Ernie's putting up a good fight for it over here. You would swear this cat never gets any attention.
He is the most pitiful cat. I will give you that.
This is what we do all day.
Oop, put that back up there.
Okay. All day, Nernie. And then he started sleeping in our room. And on top of me, he is loving life right now. He is. He is. This is where the Ernie thrives.
Let's see. Why doesn't anyone want to know my favorite color for dinosaurs? All right, Jesse, what is your favorite dinosaur?
And do your new shoes make you run fast?
Jump higher, run faster.
Yeah.
You know, are they PF Flyers?
Make it so your plantar fasciitis doesn't hurt. Anyway.
Is that what the PF stands for?
It is now. I don't know.
Since I got to keep it Star Trek, I know Tim loves Beverly Crusher, but Kathleen, why do you love?
Ooh, why do I love Beverly Crusher? Oh man. That is it's a hard question. I feel like just where she was in the time of entertainment, having her be as independent as she is and is knowing her own mind was a big thing still. And then having her she's the doctor, so she's the sort of a position of authority, but that was unfortunately way bigger of a deal than it should have been at that point. But I feel like just her spunk and her charisma is enough of a reason to love her. And then, of course, she's the mother of everybody's favorite punching bag, and poor Wesley gets verbally abused all the time. But I don't know. She's just fun. That was a big old ramble. Well, thank you for saying they were all good reasons, because they all felt kind of scrambled.
No, I think they were legit. Especially when you do consider the time when Beverly Crusher was on TV, and especially what was happening in the background of that series.
Yeah.
I think having a woman that was that independent on camera with what was happening behind camera with the writers and everything else.
And I think too, when you go from Beverly Crusher to Captain Janeway, and you have that, like, no, the women are in charge. The women know what they're doing. They know their own minds. That was a really good experience, I guess. Like, growing up looking at it, it was hey, look, no, you really can do everything. You're not just the damsel in distress that's being saved. No, you're the woman running the ship. You're the woman in control of the med bay. Like, yeah, I liked it. I still like it.
It wasn't something I appreciated then. It was something I had to come back and appreciate later, because at that age, when TNG was out, my teenage mind was like, oh, pew pews and boom booms, and so I wasn't paying attention to subplots and storylines and things like that as much as I would have now, and why I appreciate her now. Let's see. Crusher, Jesse also says, I love the pterodactyls. Because I was a huge Pink Power Ranger fan. Awesome.
Do you know why you can't hear the pterodactyls when they're in the bathroom?
Because the P is silent.
T is silent.
That's why I always call them a pterodactyl.
Tim, what did you call spiders who just got married?
Newlywebs?
Newlywebs.
I was guessing on that one. I actually hadn't heard that before. Classic dad joke.
Do you know what kind of pants Mario and Luigi wear?
Denim. That one I have heard. It took me a second, so I wasn't laughing when I said I had to.
Do you know why this Peach broke up with Mario?
I don't know this one.
He was always trying to one-up her.
Wow. I actually like that one. That's good. I like that. John says, Beverly finding the balance between being a single parent and having a career earned my respect quickly because she reminded me of my mom.
Aw, that's a good answer, too.
Oh, my wife has a question. This can only go bad for me.
Hi. Hi, Shayna.
Oh, I can't hear.
Hi.
Now I can hear.
Oh, well, you did the thing.
Sorry. I got
What is Sheena's question?
I'm married to you. So, Tim, is it hard for me to be married to someone who's so much of a nerd? And when it embraces your whole life. I thought I was marrying the quarterback.
Just because he's built like one.
Right? Hot guy that I couldn't attain in high school. You were like supposed to be my trophy husband, and now you're in the nerd world.
Yeah, I'm still a trophy though.
You are.
Participation.
But I'm participation trophy. Hey, whatever. The bait and switch worked. That's all that matters. Now give me my earbud back and go away. I love you. Bye.
Yeah.
I love you, Sheena.
Okay. And my show just got hijacked in the cutest way possible. Good thing I like her. Let's see. Jessie says she represented a lot of moms that weren't really seen, especially in the 80s and 90s. Totally agree with that. Absolutely agree with that. Let's see. Another one from Honora is her cat.
Stephen Bowser Jr. James.
That's a lot of names. Stephen, I was trying to make sure that wasn't a typo. Stephen Bowser Jr. James Was cute. Yes, he is. I've seen pictures. I don't think I've actually ever met.
I don't think you have. I don't think you've been up here since we've had him.
I don't think so.
That very soon.
Tim has always been about the boom booms. Also true. Let's see. The wife. Nice to meet you. Jessie says hi, and it was nice to meet you. There, I said it nice and loud. Jessie.
There's a podcast.
I don't know if you heard my wife. She just opened the door and told me to shush because there's a podcast going on.
I love her so much.
Yeah, she's a keeper. I like her.
She's
and yes, between the vodka and my wife, yes, I'm blushing a little bit, John. Absolutely. My husband would never crash my lives. Too shy. You know, honestly, that's what I thought about that one until about 5 minutes ago. That's okay though. It was fun.
She's fun.
She is. She's totally fun. Brandon. Hey, Brandon. Welcome to the show, buddy. We're doing an Ask Me Anything night. So if you have questions you want to ask of Kathleen or I, John is not on camera, but he can answer with a keyboard. So, yeah. So feel free to throw some questions into the comments. Let's see. Montana Jordan is the cutest. He is so very cute. Just so cute. My celebrity crush. And that comes from Janice Rico.
Yeah, really super cute, actually.
Let's see. Yeah, he might, Jesse. You never really know. How have you guys been? I'm doing pretty good. Kathleen, I'll let Kathleen answer for herself. That's a mixed bag of maybes over there.
Oh, I'm here. My answer recently has been upright and above ground. So, oh goodness, I'm okay. Recovery from surgery is going mostly all right until one of the incisions decided to get infected. But other than that, I'm good.
I always like to say that I'm on the right side of the daisies.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm on the right side of the daisies.
Too, of the to be upright and not crying.
Right? Yeah. What are you doing,
and I mean, I haven't cried today, so I think that's an improvement. There's still time, but toasty toast.
Exciting.
I loves her.
This is our corgi. This is Toast. She just had a snack, so she's licking her lips still. But
bye, buddy.
She's trying to. Let's see. Unsure if Kathleen would answer this, but Tim, have you seen the new Star Trek ships from Fan Home? I got my Elio ship the other day, and she is gorgeous. I actually have not seen those.
I have not either.
But wait a minute. Is that the Jesse? Is that the one that you had Beverly flying through on your TikTok, on your reel, whatever it may have been at that moment. Because if so, then yes, I saw that ship. I don't know that I've seen any of the others, but I will definitely check them out. What's up, nerds? Hello, Nick Hewitt. And Kathleen says, Hewitt! That's what I'm assuming she would have said if she wasn't just, texting it. Brandon says, hi, Toast, and that he turns 26 tomorrow. Wow, 26 years young. I remember when my knees didn't hurt every day. I'm jealous.
I was 26 when I had Honora. That's
all right.
Forever ago. There are giant tufts of cat hair flying around my room. I don't know if they're catching on camera or not yet.
I don't see them, but
good grief.
Janice says he is just so cute. I'm blushing right now. Well, Toast is a girl, but she appreciates blushing, Janice.
I think she's probably talking about.
Yeah,
Montana.
I know. She's talking about Montana Jordan, but I want to talk more about my dog. So, cute Texan. Okay. Let's see. Yes, that was it. Okay, so that was the ship that you got. Okay, cool. That was interesting. Let's see. That's me. Hope you guys are doing excellent. I'm having a great day. Yeah, I've had a really, really good day.
Hewitt, are there any good meat sales this week? Anything I should come by? I should get beef for stew. Do you have good stew beef? Sorry, Hewitt is our wonderful, friendly neighborhood deli counter guy.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I could dig that. Jesse says, like, he does what?
He's also a traveling bard.
Oh, nice. I can't remember when I haven't been in pain. Yeah, that's been my knees since I turned I hit like 29 or 30. I think I hit the 30s and both my knees were like, yeah, we're done here. Morchapa, I have a game to run this weekend. My poor players. I'm not scared at all. I've already been killed once.
What's the worst that can happen? You can die twice.
Well, yeah. I think this character that I have now, though, is going to be a little harder to kill than my first one.
You'd like to think that.
I'd like to think that. Until he's dead, yeah. I thought my first one was going to be really hard to kill, but, yeah.
Your first one, you could have just copy-paste and grabbed another one.
I could have, but that just seemed really cheap and easy. I wanted to do something a little more different, so.
Jason, I refuse to answer that question until you watch last night's episode.
Last night's episode.
Last of Us premiered last night, and Jason's supposed to be my watch buddy, but he can't be my watch buddy if he doesn't watch the show.
Yes, that's right. I saw that they had just released again. So this season doesn't have Pedro in it, though, right? It does. Different cast. Oh, it does. Pedro's... Okay. I thought it was a different cast every season, one of those type of shows.
Nope.
Okay. Janice says, my dad brought me a pair of cowboy boots just like Montana Jordan and a plaid shirt and a cowboy hat. We're twinning. Excellent. Jason says, I just got back from Connecticut. Yeah, he looks like he was having the time of his life out there. That is
that's true.
Yeah, you look like you're having a really good time, Jay. Very happy for you. You're living it up, buddy. Way to go. Yes, the 3 Geeks podcast. Jason from 3 Geeks is in the house. 9 people watching and only have 2 likes. I don't know. More likes, please. More likes. Hit the likes.
I already hit the like button. Me.
Yeah, what Was said.
Cat hair everywhere.
Let's see. I'll send you the ad in a second. I do TTRP soundtracks. I don't do much traveling bardic stuff lately. Oh, okay. All right. Well, as we keep reminding folks, it is a Ask Me Anything live show. So if you have something that you'd like to ask, please throw it in the chat. Brandon, have a good night, buddy. Be safe, and thank you for stopping in. Hit the like button on your way out. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. And if you guys are wondering, if you see that QR code in the top right-hand corner, just going to swing back through and mention this again. This is for pancan.org, the Pancreatic Action Care Network. They have a whole lot of good work they have ahead of them and a whole lot of good work they've done behind them, helping people in the fight of their life going up against pancreatic cancer. PanCan and the research for finding the cure for pancreatic cancer has had their government funding pulled this year. They are, however, an A+ on the CharityWatch.org. They're an amazing group. A lot of good, hardworking charities have had their funding pulled this year. Unfortunately, PanCan is one of them, and we need to help them as much as we can. So giving whatever you can by scanning that QR code in the top right-hand corner helps. And like I mentioned earlier, if you donate even just $5, your $5 donation is worth $10 because they have somebody that is matching donations right now. I think up to $500,000 in total.
I will tell you, it's so easy. I can do it because I did it.
Yeah, Kathleen's already scanned it. It works. It works. I promise.
I didn't be donated even. Like, I didn't just scan it. I went all the way.
Woo! Look at you go.
All right.
Go, Kathleen.
Didn't even break a
woo! I read that Jay just had a back CT low. Yeah, back. Oh, good Lord! Don't put that on me. Tim, will you buy me tickets to see Sleep Token? No, I already saw how much those tickets are.
John, if you can start a fundraiser through the podcast to get yourself sleep ticket tokens, have at
it. Sleep ticket tokens?
So remember this whole glass I had?
Oh, geez. Yeah. She's having sleep ticket tokens on her side. But yeah. Aw. Janet says, Tim, you and Montana Jordan are the cutest. I'm blushing. Well, thank you, my dear. All right. Tim is the cutest. You should see when he bites his lip.
Ah!
Do you know what that means?
Nope.
Oh, I got nothing.
I'm just over here looking at the meats list that Hewitt sent me.
They're
solid prices.
Kathleen has become a lightweight due to them losing so many organs.
It's not the organs, it's the amount of time I wasn't drinking because of surgical recovery and narcotics that it made me a lightweight.
Oh, you're gonna love the scotch I bring on Saturday then.
You know, if you're up here Saturday, we're gonna have to go to the meat store.
Okay.
I mean,
yeah, that hurts my feelings.
What?
It's up to 4. Woo woo.
What hurts your feelings?
Going to a meat store because.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, why would I ever want to go look at good food? That'd be horrible.
$1.99 a pound for a family pack of pork steaks.
Oh wow.
They got good prices this week.
I see that. All right.
Homemade holiday and Polish sausages.
Nick, you may have your chance this Saturday. There's a good chance that I will actually be in the Standish area, hanging out with the Wasses. So, and if you are at a meat counter and they're taking me to a meat counter, there's a good chance you're going to have to say hi because I'll say hi. That's the way it goes. I like how I made my introduction to him threatening. You're going to have to say hi.
You have to say hi to me. What's really funny is, so we had other friends the first time we took them to this meat store, this grocery store, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So it's called Jay's Country Meats. And they looked at the sign. What makes it country meat? Do they sell squirrel? I don't.
But that's a fair question, actually.
It really is.
I can see how somebody could get there from that. All right. Janet says that she's doing geometry and fractions and
yeah, gross.
I personally stopped being interested in math when they let Satan put the letters in with the numbers, and then I was done. I was like, yeah.
I'm not even looking for my own X. I'm not looking for somebody else's.
Exactly. My Andrew Borden would be so impressed with me. I'm a math whiz. I'm not. You don't have to buy squirrel meat. You harvest it from your own backyard.
John, your computer's ringing. It's very strange.
I got over math. I learned 2 + 2.
I thought that was just Ohio public schools.
Yeah, I got to be careful how much I pick on Ohio coming up. There's a good chance that my son might be moving to Ohio. So,
why would he do such a thing?
Job offer.
Mm.
So, he's supposed to know more in the next day or two. So we'll find out.
Don't do it, Nolan. Don't go toward the light. It's a bug zapper.
And the best segue possible, Jesse. Jesse says, sorry, I'm a bit quiet trying to prep for Kitty and Armin. Wink, segue to talk about PanCan again. Wink. Perfect. Yes, because Kitty and Armin are pretty much the two that are heading up the Team Trek. So Trek Against Pancreatic Cancer, that's where that QR code is for in the top right-hand corner. And yeah, whatever we can do to help out PanCan, like I said, any donations are amazing. $5, $10, $50, $100, whatever you can give. Like I said, I would greatly appreciate it. I know that Kitty and Armin would appreciate it. Jonathan Frakes would appreciate it. John Billingsley, Juan Carlos Cotto, those five and on Team Trek would all just so greatly appreciate it. So please consider donating even just $5. Scan the QR code. It's super easy. It's so easy. Kathleen can do it.
A slightly intoxicated Kathleen.
Exactly. Let's see. Nice plug, Crusher.
I was going to grab a Bowser and show off how cute Bowser is, but he walked away from me, so he doesn't want to be on the internet.
I love it when there's secondary conversations going on in the chat.
Oh, for sure.
It's absolutely it's a blast, really. I mean, because we're having a conversation here talking about, certain things. And then there's a whole other conversation going on in the chat. And I absolutely love that. Ohio has more astronauts than any other state. Something about that place makes people want to leave the planet. It also has I think the most presidents too. So, yeah. Ohio is Gen Alpha's language for loser. I feel bad.
Thank you for keeping up with the language of the younger generation for us, though, Jesse, because I can't keep up with it.
I hope it happens for you too, Janice. She would love to meet Montana Jordan. That would be fantastic for you. I know that that's something you've been looking forward to for a while. And so hopefully one of the tapings that you get to go to for George and Mandy's first marriage, hopefully you get a chance to say hello. Kathleen is also her greatest role model.
Right.
That's very sweet. And we need to talk a little bit about your choices of role models, but it's very sweet.
Hey. She could do worse. She could do worse. Could be teenage Kathleen.
Much. Oh boy. That may not be fair for anybody. Let's see. John says I should try to teach us slightly to play bass. Only if you record it. But yes. Nick says I'm having a secondary conversation with Kathleen outside of chat. Shocker. I am shocked and appalled by this revelation. Look at the shock on my face.
Kathleen and her thumbs of lightning.
her ADHD and thumbs of lightning. Yes, I am shocked. It's a lot, Kathleen. I struggle with my 16-year-old. Ugh. I have an 18-year-old, and she's a lot sometimes.
Your 18-year-old posted a picture the other day, and John said, "Oh, just think, in 12 years we'll have one of those." And then I cried.
Okay, so she's in with an earshot of me. She just texted me with the okay, rude.
I love you, Kendall. It's just also you're really pretty, and it scares me.
Kathleen loves you, even though you don't talk to her. So anyway,
you're really pretty, and it's scary.
Let's see.
I've actually had friends tell me. I have actually had friends tell me, though, that they do not envy us with our daughter because she is too pretty and she's going to get herself in trouble. And I have made the joke about if she has my boobs and John's butt, we're doomed. But also she has our personalities, so maybe we'll be okay.
It balances out. Well, see, that's what it is on our house. She looks like Shayna, but talks like me. So
oh yeah,
balances out. it balances out. But yeah, conversation inception. Speaking of the younger generations, how do y'all feel about the Gen Beta starting to be born this year? Feeling old yet? I don't think that's what caused me to feel old. I got really angry the other day watching TikTok because I found out that Kurt Loder from MTV is going to be 80 this year, and that made my lower back hurt, and I took some Advil. So, but yeah. Let's see. I
thought it was just being old that made you feel old.
It is also the old that makes you feel old. I'm not going to lie. Kathleen is easily distracted by shiny objects and phone notifications.
And tufts of cat hair, John. It's not just one thing. Gosh, it's gross, though.
It flies by, Kathleen. She says, yes, it does.
It really does. It really, really does.
Yeah.
Even on this side of it, even at her only being 6.5, it's still already holy crap, where did the last 6.5 years go?
Yeah, it's, even with all my kids, I mean, my oldest is 26. And then, Nolan just turned 22 and 23. He turned 23. And then Kendall is 18. Yeah, it's just, wow. It feels like yesterday each of them were born. And now, now I'm a grandpa. So it is what it is. But yeah, I saw that and I was just like, ugh. Kathleen, how many whiskers do you have in that jar now?
I don't know. I'm counting. Give me a minute. A lot.
This bird is not giving up. By the way, we have a robin attacking our window. We're on day 3 of the robin attacking our window and apparently just losing his mind about absolutely
everything. Is it the
everything.
same one from last year?
I don't know. I don't know, but it's
so
they're robin. It looks a lot like the other one, but
what you can do is take some old CDs and string them up on fish line. And hang them outside the window because then they're shiny and they disorient them.
Okay, I'll give that a run. I'll have to go find some old CDs. I don't think I really have any anymore. Most of my music nowadays is either on vinyl or MP3. So, Janice wants Montana Jordan to be her algebra tutor. She would love that. But would you actually learn, or would you sit there? You'd sit there staring at him the whole time. So, Janice says she's a millennial. Tim and Kathleen, do you both feel old? Because she's turning 31. She wants to know if you feel old, Kathleen.
I'll be 33 in August, so yes, chronically.
John says, you remember CDs, right, Tim? I think we still owe Columbia House for all the ones we never bought. I'm pretty sure that I owe Columbia House like $50 and back fees and all those other things. So Crusher Convo turns the big 4-0 this year. Wow. I turned 49. I'm one away from the big 5-0. But I act like I'm 14, so there's a balancing there. So it really does work out. All right. Time for one or two more quick questions, and then we're going to start wrapping this up. Got a few little things to go over with you guys as part of our thank yous and goodbyes and all those things. Always a balance. Always between the light and the dark. At least that's
the answer to how many whiskers I have in the jar is 20.
Why are we collecting whiskers?
Because I have because then I have a little keepsake of my kitty cats. Also because they're cool.
I have so many questions that I don't want answers to. Okay.
I just started it one day and thought it was funny, so now I'm just rolling with it.
Would you
in addition to the 90-some ducks in my bathroom?
Would you ever want to interview anyone from the Doctor Who universe?
Yes,
and we kind of already have. Joshua Pruitt wrote for a Big Finish audio drama. James Spooner has done voice work for them. There's one other person that we've interviewed that did something with Doctor Who, and I don't remember who it was. That's what I did there. But at least those two. Joshua Pruitt wrote was it called Water Moon? I think it was. I think it was called Water Moon for
Right.
Big Finish Audio. But Joshua Pruitt is one of the cool fun facts about Joshua Pruitt, who's one of the head writers for Phineas and Ferb, which comes out on June 5th again. But not only does he write for Phineas and Ferb, but he's the only person to have ever written for Doctor Who, Mystery Science Theater 3000, and what was the other show? There was 3 things. Anyway, he's the only one to have ever done it, and it's really kind of a cool, fun fact about Joshua Pruitt. And then, of course, there's Andrew James Spooner, who's a phenomenal Muppeteer. He's not a puppeteer; he's a Muppeteer because he actually works with Muppets.
He's Uncle Fergus.
And gave us one of the best fun moments ever of making fun of Kathleen's brother, Fred. So, yeah.
If you go to that interview on our channel, it's I think the timestamp is 2018.
Yeah, it's right on there. So,
I mean, I don't have that memorized. That would be rude.
That would be unnormal. Let's see. Whiskers are so cool. I agree with Kathleen. I think they're cool too. I just don't. Yeah, saving. And I don't know. Hard question. Who is your doctor?
Tennant. And then 11 at the same time, but mostly Tennant.
So, all right. So, fun fact about me: I haven't seen a ton of Doctor Who. I've actually started getting into it this past year, and I hit a lull, and I need to get back into it. But I've really enjoyed the few episodes I saw with Tennant. Matt Smith, I thought was okay. But I don't know if I saw the right episodes for him or not. But Shuti Gatwa, or as Kathleen likes to call him, Booty Gatwa. I think it's
fully accentuated it.
Amazing doctor, and I really enjoyed everything I saw of him out of the first season from him. New season just launched with him. I gotta sit down and watch that one. But yeah, but yeah, that's what I thought. I'll be staring at Montana Jordan all day, blushing.
I get it.
Exactly. Muppet Treasure Island, second best adaptation of the story ever. The best is, of course, Treasure Planet. There you go.
Truth.
All right. John's favorite doctor is Capaldi. I can relate to the old man.
Yep.
Crusher says, I met a guy yesterday and we were gushing about Doctor Who, and he said he loved Tennant, but loved Smith's companions and stories more. And I think
that's part of the struggle is like I loved the chemistry between Ten and Rose. And then everything that happened with Rose was horrible and heartbreaking, but also beautiful and well done. I liked Martha as a companion, but she wasn't like groundbreaking. I thought it was a little annoying to have her be fawning over the doctor when the doctor was obviously grieving. That whole love me, but I don't love you storyline got really old really fast. Ten and Donna together is fantastic. I'm just absolutely perfect best friends. Traveling was amazing. And then going from that to 11 with Amy, and then having it be Amelia Pond to Amy Pond, and then Rory, and then everything with River, and those storylines are definitely better. And I think that they were more cohesive as well. There was more of an overarching big picture to it. But at the same time, then you get the Doctor's companions all coming together with 10 at the end, and that was a lot of fun. But yeah, I agree that Amy Pond is the best companion. She really, really was. Karen Gillan was fantastic.
How was last night's episode, Kathleen?
Okay, so I'm actually gonna say I was slightly underwhelmed with last night's episode. Obviously, it's the first episode of the season. It's gonna be that like slow. It's the start of the slow burn, and knowing what's coming this season, having not played the game, but knowing what happens in the second game, knowing the hate that Laura Bailey got with her portrayal of the character of Abby that then they introduced last night. Knowing where this is going, I am both excited and terrified. I have a thing that I have said before. I'm not going to say it on the air because I don't want somebody to be like, oh, my God, spoilers. But I'll message it to anybody who wants to hear the spoilers later. Also, the game's been out for 5 years, so if you're going to complain about spoilers, I don't want to hear it. But I'm going to be respectful of people and their feelings because I'm trying to be a good person. But there's a lot that is going on behind the scenes of the first, like, I mean, you still got your main characters, but there's a lot going on between Joel and Ellie that we don't know yet. There's a lot of tension between the father figure and the now 19-year-old Ellie. There's a lot there that's going to be intense to deal with and see come to life. However, and I did message this to Jason last night, Catherine O'Hara is in Last of Us now. And I am so excited. I saw her on screen and I had that moment of the, wait, what? So yes, those of you, obviously, everybody knows who Catherine O'Hara is, but she was in Beetlejuice and she was also the mom in Schitt's Creek. I'm trying, John. I am trying to be respectful. Hard.
All right. Just real quick, we're going to wrap this up here. Tim, who's your favorite young Sheldon character? Hers is Georgie. I'm assuming that's because of Montana Jordan. It's called Young Sheldon. I'm a Sheldon fan personally. So I like both Young Sheldon and, of course, then the Flash, I guess what they would be considered flash forwards to Jim Parsons' version.
I think Nino's actually my favorite in Young Sheldon.
Yeah, Annie Potts. She's hysterical. And look at that. John's so proud of you.
Thank you. I'm trying really hard. I'm trying to set a good example for our kid.
All right, guys. As a reminder, if you haven't listened to it already, this week we released an interview with Mark Thompson, who I was just thrilled to talk with. Now, if you're a fan of Star Wars audiobooks, Mark is one of the premier narrators for Star Wars audio. In fact, he has done all of the Thrawn books. He does the audiobook version voice of Thrawn, and he actually does Thrawn's voice in the interview, and it is so cool. And I had my moment of, oh my God. Yeah. I was like, but yeah, he's a lot of fun. He's also the voice of Casey Jones and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He does a crap ton of stuff in Pokemon and a lot of other things. This man has a very extensive voice acting resume, and he's just a really cool dude. So that's available everywhere you get your podcasts, and of course here on our YouTube channel. Now, coming up on Wednesday is this man. His name is Joe Daru. Joe is a really cool guy, and I really enjoyed my conversation with him. He is currently starring in the Peacock special series, the hit Peacock special series called Long Bright River with Amanda Seyfried. I think it's how you pronounce it, Seyfried. But he plays a detective in that series, and he's been in Guardians of the Galaxy 3, SWAT, Chicago Fire, and a bunch of other things. Really cool story of a guy who's gone from being nearly a professional baseball player to becoming an actor. And it's just a really cool guy. And but so that comes out Wednesday morning. Now, if you are a member of our Patreon channel, you would not have to wait till Wednesday. You could be listening to that right here, right now, for only $3 a month. We try to make sure that we get all. I try to make very hard to make sure that previews are up at least by Sunday, so you can at least watch and listen to the interview on our Patreon channel on Sunday nights. But yeah, that one's up on our Patreon.com, but and our Patreon. The links for that are down in the show notes down below. And again, one more time as a reminder, please, please, please scan that QR code up in the top right-hand corner. It's so very important. We can't stress that enough. And I'm going to put the slide back up on the picture because right there, the only federal program dedicated exclusively to pancreatic cancer research will receive 0 funding this year.
Yay, budget cuts.
Yeah. So they receive 0 funding. So our donations mean more than ever. And your donation right now has the possibility to be doubled. So please, donate whatever you can. If your $5 means a lot, because your $5 stacks up against somebody else's $5, and before you know it, that snowball just starts rolling, boy. And that all adds up so very quickly. So again, please scan the QR code. Give just $5. It means more than what any of us can really, really tell you. And so we appreciate our community and anything that you guys can do. And on behalf of Armin, Kitty, Jonathan, John, and Juan Carlos, I will say thank you for your donations. I am sure that they would feel the same. And make sure that you check out Crusher Convo on Friday, because you will see her interview with Armin and Kitty. And I guarantee you there will be some talk about Trek against pancreatic cancer.
Armin is so much fun to talk to. Oh my goodness.
Yes, he is.
So...
Armin and Kitty
I'm so jealous of it, but I've already gotten to do it a couple of times, but I'm still jealous because it's amazing.
Absolutely. Yeah, they're among some of my favorite people. They're just...
He makes me feel like a big dummy, though. But
well, he's just so blasted smart. That's
it's ridiculous.
So, look at this. We're somebody's favorite nerds. Woo woo! I'll take it. All right, guys. So Kathleen, anything before we say goodbye?
I don't think so, other than thank you for joining us from our first time at the Level Up Sabres studio. Look at us go. We're fancy. We have a studio.
Look at us go. Exactly. This is a big thanks to Master Allen over at Level Up Sabres. Again, if you're thinking about buying a saber, now is the time to do it. $99 mystery box. You could get entry level. You could get a big balla one, a really cool one. Like, here's the hilt for my saber. So I got it taken apart right now. So I'm working on the charging port, but yeah, really cool. Go check that out. Click the link down in the show notes down below. Buying from us through that link keeps our show afloat and helps keep Master Allen afloat, which is the most important thing. All right, guys. On that note, we'll say goodbye. Thank you for stopping in. Thank you for all your questions, and may the force be with you as you continue to live long and prosper. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Copyright 2025 FSF PopCast. Reference any specific product or entity mentioned on this podcast does not constitute an endorsement or recommendation by FSF PopCast. The views expressed by guests are their own, and their appearance on the program does not imply an endorsement of them or any entity they represent. If you have any questions about this disclaimer, please contact us via email at info@fsfpopcast.com.